Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's video. We're at Tsukuba Circuit 2000 full with the FF1600. I'm running 56% brake pressure for this fixed series. Let's get on with the hot lap. And here's the track guide. Coming down to turn 1, we're going to be in third gear, approaching the corner. We're looking for the panels here. It goes opaque, and this is where we're going to start braking. Coming down to first gear, and we're aiming for a late apex. So you can see I brake there just after the panels pass my sight. Coming down to first gear, and you really want to trail the brakes through this corner and basically through every corner. That's why I have the brake pressure a little bit lower this week, so we can carry more speed by using our brakes effectively to turn the corner. And again, we're aiming for a late apex here. So you can see as soon as I'm about to clip the apex on the exit, then we're getting back on throttle. And you can see just how late we're hitting this apex to try and get a good run. And you really don't want to take too much curb here, as it'll offset the car. So if you just take a little bit, just kiss it on the inside a little bit, then you'll get a good run through here. And then you can bring it all the way to the exit here. You can see I went even a little bit over. The dirt's pretty packed on the outside here, so you can get away with taking just a tire width over the curb. For this sequence of corners, you want to aim to keep the car straight through here. You don't want to hit this inside or this initial part where the grass meets the curb, or it'll throw off the car. It bumps up a little bit, so you'll lose time if you hit that. And likewise, at this part of the curb, you want to get off because it bumps up in the air, or it'll bump you up in the air. So you just want to clip it a little bit and keep the car straight, like that. And then straight for this corner as well. And for this corner, we're coming out to first gear, and we're really trailing the brakes through this corner as there's quite a bit of camber. So if we keep up the speed, the car will rotate quite a bit more than the previous corner, just because of the camber. So I'm braking in the middle of this corner, down to first gear, and then trailing the brakes, really letting the car rotate here. Like I said, there's a lot of camber, so you can keep up lots of speed and keep a nice and tight line through here. Minimize your distance, and then kind of coming back for a late apex. Getting on the throttle early, bring it out to the right hand side. You don't have to bring it all the way out, as we're not really carrying enough speed here to warrant going out that far. And get it back over to the left hand side for the next corner, up into second. I'm looking for the grass on the ground here. This will be my brake and turn in point. And we're just touching the brakes just to get the fronts in. You really don't want to scrub off too much speed. So you can see I touched the brakes there, keeping it in second gear, and then flicking it in and getting back on throttle nice and early before we're even hitting the curb. And this is just to get a good run down to the next sequence of corners. And you don't want to take too much curb here. You can clip it a little bit more than I did, but don't take too much. I just missed it, and you can see I'm almost fully on throttle in the middle of this corner. It's important not to get on the fully on throttle in the middle of the corner, or you'll run wide here. And you can see I just take a little bit of this red and white curb. If you come all the way out to the green here, your car's not going to be in the correct position to keep a tight line through the next corner, through this corner kind of straight. You want to keep a tight line through here, and if you take too much speed out of this corner and go too wide here, then you'll get a poor exit and a poor run down. So if you keep a tight line here rather than keep up the momentum, then you'll minimize your time, and you'll scrub your tires less as well by doing that. So we're coming up into third here, and then our braking point is just at the end of this this green curb here. We're coming down to first again and aiming for a late apex. So again, I broke just a little bit before the green at about here, and we're coming down to first gear and keeping a wide line and then cutting back for that late apex and then getting back on throttle just as we're about to hit the apex. And you can take a little bit of curb here. This one doesn't throw off your car as much as the first corner. And then you can run all the way out to the exit and take all the curb on the exit here. Just really aim for a late apex and try getting on the throttle when your car straightens up to get a good run down the back straight, as you'll lose quite a bit of time if you don't get a good run down there just because the straight is so long. So we're coming up into fourth now, and then I'm looking for the hay bales here on the outside and just touching the brakes at about 50% and then braking down into third gear. So about 50% there, and then trail the brake, or let the car rotate in. Don't trail the brakes here, as you just want to keep up the momentum. So you can see there I'm just kind of touching the throttle, blipping it, keeping up the minimum speed. It's not going to be the same every lap, but the goal here is you're kind of looking for this orange part on the barrier here, and that's kind of where I'm starting to get more so back on throttle, preparing the exit. And you can just clip this inside curb. Don't take too much curb, or again, it'll throw off your car. So if you just aim to clip this curb and looking for this orange part in the barrier, and that's kind of where you start getting fully back on throttle. And then at the end of the curb, you're back on throttle, and you can run all the way out to the left here. You can take a little bit of grass on the exit, but I was a little bit conservative here. And yeah, you can take as much runoff as you want just up to the grass. If you take about a tire width over, then you'll get a 1x. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.